Hello to all my college football fans and friends out there. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinnie YouTube channel sports show. And my friends, college football is heating up big time. The Georgia Bulldogs just won their 8th straight game by defeating the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets tonight by the score of 16-9. What a defensive battle this was tonight. And you know, bottom line, I tip my hat big time to the defensive coordinator for the Georgia Bulldogs. They brought their A game for sure. You know, my friends, when you look overall at Georgia Tech, this was a team coming into this game that averaged 485 yards of total offense. And the Georgia Bulldogs stymied them to just 250 yards of total offense for the Yellow Jackets. This was a Yellow Jackets team that averaged 215 rushing yards a game. And Georgia stymied them to just 69 net rushing yards in this game tonight. My friends, bottom line, the defense came to play, and the defense won this game. And I got to give kudos that the special teams for Georgia also won this game. Special teams did a phenomenal job. Field goal kicking, 2 for 2 on the night. What more can you say with the Aussies punting? Backed Georgia Tech up numerous times in their own field position where they needed to start long drives. So without a doubt, my friends, this was a very well-played football game. And like I said, you know, I give Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, I give them a lot of credit too. Their defense came to play. Let's talk some stats now. This is now the Georgia Bulldogs' 8th straight win over the Yellow Jackets in this rivalry weekend game. Gunnar Stockton, well, my friends, it just didn't really seem like the Gunnar Stockton we're used to. Gunnar completed 11 out of 21 for only 70 yards passing, 1 touchdown. He did hook up with Jeremiah Branch in the first half, and he also threw 1 interception. But my friends, offensively, the hero of the night, Nate Frazier. 16 carries, 108 rushing yards. He was the workhorse in this game. What a job the O-line did, especially in the first half. So the Bulldogs went to the locker room with a 13-3 lead against the Yellow Jackets. And my friends, check out this stat. When the Bulldogs are leading at half, they have now won 52 straight games when they lead at half. That is a phenomenal stat. Second half, Yellow Jackets came out. My friends, this was just a battle of field goals in the second half. The Yellow Jackets outscored Georgia 6-3. But nonetheless, my friends, what a game this was. Georgia total offense 260. Rushing yards, I'm going to tell you, Georgia, I said that the Yellow Jackets would have trouble stopping Georgia's rushing attack, and they did. Georgia had 190 yards rushing in this game against a team, like I mentioned, my friends, I knew coming into this that the Yellow Jackets gave up a lot of rushing yards to their opponents. Something like 168 rushing yards to their opponents. And when I seen that stat, I knew that Coach Mike Bobo was, without a doubt, going to attack that weakness of the Yellow Jackets, and he did just that. Great game for Nate Frazier, 16 carries, 108 yards. On the other side, Haynes King, 19 out of 27 for 181 yards. They kept him out of the end zone. He did throw 1 interception. Rushing, King, only 10 carries for 39 yards. My friends, coming into this game, King led his team with 15 rushing touchdowns, but he just couldn't get anything going against this fierce Georgia Bulldogs defense. And my friends, I said that I had a good feeling that the Dogs defense was going to bring it tonight, and they did just that. C.J. Allen, phenomenal game. I thought the secondary, K.J. Bolden, I thought he played a remarkable game. And, you know, I just got to hand it to the secondary. I got to hand it to the defensive line. They brought a lot of heat on King very early in this game to get him sidetracked from, you know, King's a very good quarterback, without a doubt, okay? And if you can get him off his rhythm, and that's exactly what Georgia's defensive line did. And obviously, Georgia went on to win this game 16-9. Very impressive. Georgia improves to 11-1 on the season. Georgia Tech, a respectful 9-3. You know, my friends, now it all plays down to this: the winner of Texas and Texas A&M. We shall see. Now, the Dogs still got a chance to play for the SEC Conference Championship, but we shall see what goes on with Alabama, the winner of Alabama and Auburn. You know, anytime you get those two teams clashing, big rivals, you know, do not count out Auburn. This is a very, very gritty, feisty football team, Auburn Tigers. I could see Auburn taking Alabama all the way down to the wire for sure. But my friends, right now, what a year it has been. Like I mentioned, the Georgia Bulldogs improved to 11-1. And right now, currently, they are riding an 8-game winning streak. And my friends, like I said coming into this game, that these are two teams that are going in opposite directions. Okay? Georgia, ever since they suffered that loss in Sanford Stadium to Alabama Crimson Tide 24-21, this team has been very focused. I'm talking the offensive line, the defense for sure. You know, I'm even talking to coaches. Coach Kirby Smart has been coaching very well after that loss to the Alabama Crimson Tide. So, my friends, I've always said, sometimes a loss, you learn more from a loss than you do a win. And I do believe Coach Kirby Smart and Coach Mike Bobo definitely learned from that Alabama loss big time. And like I mentioned, from there, 8 straight wins for the Georgia Bulldogs and 8 straight victories against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. My friends, bottom line, you know, I predicted that Georgia Tech would have trouble stopping the rushing attack of the Bulldogs. And they did, as you could see. 190 rushing yards for the Dogs, only 69 for Georgia Tech. And my friends, this is what won this game. Georgia Tech, once again, averaged 215 yards on the ground, and they could only muster 69 yards. Wow. And like I said, my friends, two teams going in opposite directions. This is now Georgia Tech's 3 out of 4 losses. And like I said, they barely got by a 1-10 Boston College team, 36-34. So right now, Georgia Tech not playing good football. Offensively, they came in this Georgia game averaging 35 points a game, and their offense was nowhere to be found in this game. And I got to give a lot of credit to the defensive coordinator for the Georgia Bulldogs. He wrote up a great game plan. The players stuck by it, and they're the ones that went out there and did what they needed to do, and they got the job done. Like I mentioned, I thought the Raylan Wilson played a phenomenal game. C.J. Allen, very good game. The D-line brought it. They were constantly harassing King, play in and play out. And like I said, I thought the secondary played a very good game. I really did. The secondary is really coming on the past few weeks, and this is what the Georgia Dogs need if they want to continue this winning streak to get, obviously, to the SEC championship game and then take it into the playoffs. So once again, my friends, the Georgia Bulldogs prevail over the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets by the score of 16-9. My friends, if you are new to my channel and you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button. If you like this video, please click on the like button. Like always, please check out Super Thanks. And my friends, not only do I love to read your comments, but I love to respond back to every comment that I receive. So please comment down below what you thought of this game. Once again, the Dogs winning 16-9 over the Yellow Jackets. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless you all. Click on this face right up here to subscribe. Keep the faith. I know sometimes life can be tough, okay? But hang in there. Hang in there. God is watching, and God is looking out for you. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless you all. Buckeye Vinny is out of here.